Hello everyone, my name is Anupata. So today I am going to discuss about unit number 1, the software problem and software process, lecture number 5. So the contents that we are going to discuss in this video is the software development process models and waterfall model. Now let us see what is software development process models. Now the goal is to produce a high quality software product. So always when you are developing a software, you always try to provide a high quality software products. It focuses on activities related to production of the software. Example, design, coding and testing. A project development process defines the tasks the project should perform and the order in which they should be done. So a process drives the project and heavily influences the outcomes. A process model, as we have seen, it specifies a general process as a set of stages in which project should be divided. So the process will define a sequence of steps at which the project should be done, the order in which stages should be executed, and any other constraints and condition on the execution of stages. Now, due to the importance of development process, various models have been proposed. Okay. Now, whenever we are developing a software, the stages of the software development cycle are divided into several types of development stages. So first type of developing a software development cycles are waterfall model. So this is one of the type of software development life cycle. So as in diagram you can see here, these are the steps used in developing a software. So it is called as a waterfall model. It is the simplest process model which states that phases are organized in the linear order. So as you can see here, it is in a linear order. So you can't go from one stage to the last stage at one time. So you have to go in a linear fashion. Okay. So you can see here the requirement analysis and project planning. Okay. The system feasibility and report. In this model, a project begins with feasibility analysis. So first we analyze the feasible solutions of the project. So upon successfully demonstrating the feasibility of the project, the requirement analysis and project planning will begin. So always you have to analyze the project whether it is feasible or not by demonstrating the project. After that, the requirement analysis and project planning will begin. The design starts after requirement analysis is completed. Now, after the requirement analysis, the requirement document will be created. So once the requirement document has come, the design phase will start. So we need to design the software. So designing the software is different from coding. Coding we try to type the code, whereas design we use a layout of the project to design the project. Coding begins after designing complete. So after we produce a detailed design, the coding begins. So once the program is completed, the code is integrated and testing is done. Now upon successful completion of testing, okay, the system is installed. Okay, after this, regular operation and maintenance of the system takes place. So once development is done and coding is done, then the testing and integration will start. After testing is done successfully, the system will be installed. Now once the system is installed, the operation and maintenance of the system takes place, which means once the software is ready to get installed, once it is installed on the system, after that also we have to operate the software and maintain the software, because it may require some changes afterwards, even after installation. Now the basic idea behind the phases is separation of concerns. That is, each phase deals with a distinct and separate set of concerns. So by doing this, the large and complex tasks of building software is broken into smaller tasks. So with this, what happens? We may make use of each of the step as a small step in specifying requirements and doing design. Now the requirement analysis phase is analysis and planning. So both the phases are called as analysis and planning phase. So planning is the critical activity in software development. A good plan is based on the requirements of the system and should be made before the later phase begin. Always we have to do a good detailed plan. So if the good detailed plan is not there, then the software may fail at the later stages. The documents that should be produced in each project in the waterfall model are the requirements document, the project plan, design documents, that is the architecture of the project system and detailed architecture, test plan and test reports, and the final code, and the software manuals, that is how to use the software as well as installation of the software. Now these are some of the advantages of waterfall model. First advantage is simple, easy to understand and use it. So using a waterfall model helps to make easy to use the software. Phases are processed and completed one at a time. So it's not that phases are completed simultaneously. Each of the phases will be completed one at a time. Clearly defined stages. So the stages will be clearly defined. It's not that there is any confusion. So each phase will be clearly defined at one time only. But there are some disadvantages of this waterfall model. It is difficult to measure progress within the stages, because since we are going in linear, we are not measuring the progress within the stages. So once the stage is over, we can't go back afterwards. Okay, it's not that we can't go. That is, suppose when you are in the requirement stage and we have gone to the design stage. Now if there is a problem with the requirement stage, we can't measure the progress what has happened within the stages. So that is one of the problem. Cannot accommodate changing requirements. So if the requirements change, we can't change the entire phases. So that is one of the disadvantages. Poor model for long and ongoing projects. So if there are long projects, this model is not useful. So in this video we have discussed about describing software process models, waterfall model, advantages and disadvantages of waterfall model. Thank you.